Welcome to today's special discovery program. When mentioning Brazil, people not only think of the beauty of the vast landscapes, but also remember the land famous as a paradise of high-quality coffee beans. With excellent climate conditions and rich soil, Brazil has become an ideal place to grow and develop famous coffee varieties, bringing the world unforgettable coffee flavors. Among the countless coffee farms spread across the country, a prominent name, Fazenda Santa Inês Farm in the Minas Gerais region, has captured the hearts of coffee lovers. Today, we will take you on an exciting journey from the meticulous steps of cultivation in the field to the elaborate processing, and finally, the moment of enjoying a delicious cup of coffee. Let's start exploring the wonderful journey of Brazilian coffee beans. Starting from the fertile fields stretching out, the coffee trees at the Fazenda Santa Inês farm are carefully and professionally tended by a team of talented agricultural engineers. The land of Minas Gerais, with its temperate climate, adequate rainfall, and rich soil, is the ideal environment for growing the famous Arabica coffee variety. Here, each coffee tree is carefully selected and grown in optimal conditions, ensuring the sustainable development and quality of the coffee beans. To maximize the quality of the product, the coffee trees are pruned regularly and technically, helping them focus their nutrients on producing ripe and flavorful coffee cherries. The team of engineers constantly observe, adjust, and apply sustainable farming methods such as organic fertilization and biological control. As the coffee harvest season begins from May to September, the atmosphere at Fazenda Santa Inês farm becomes bustling and full of life. Across the fields, each bright red ripe coffee cherry is hand-picked by skilled farmers, carefully selecting only the ripest ones to preserve their quality. This manual harvesting process requires meticulousness and patience, ensuring that each coffee bean meets the highest standards of ripeness and flavor. Going beyond manual harvesting, the farm also incorporates modern technology to improve efficiency and optimize the process. Using sensors and vibration technology, the farm can harvest precisely, reducing dependence on labor and increasing productivity while ensuring quality. This harmonious combination of human hands and advanced technology helps the farm produce excellent coffee beans, imbued with the unique identity of the Minas Gerais region. After harvesting, the ripe coffee cherries are quickly transported to the processing area, where a series of careful processes begin to transform them into finished coffee beans. The first step is to peel off the outer skin of the coffee fruit to expose the beans inside, preparing them for the next steps. The beans then undergo fermentation, a crucial step in developing their distinctive flavors. This fermentation process is carefully controlled to create deep aroma and flavor notes, making the coffee beans richer in flavor. Next, the beans are washed to completely remove any remaining mucilage and then naturally dried in the sun. Drying usually lasts from a few days to a few weeks, depending on weather conditions, to achieve the ideal dryness without compromising the quality of the beans. The staff closely monitors the drying process to ensure that the coffee beans are not moldy or damaged, maintaining the highest quality for each coffee bean. Once the coffee beans have reached the ideal dryness and have been carefully sorted, they move on to the next important stage, roasting. The roasting process is not just a heating step, but also a delicate art, requiring precise control of temperature and time to create the characteristic flavors of each type of coffee. Professional roasters at the Fazenda Santa Ynez farm constantly monitor and adjust to achieve roast levels from light to dark, helping to maximize the aromatic characteristics and rich sweet, bitter, and sour flavors of the coffee beans. After roasting, the coffee beans are allowed to cool naturally before moving on to the packaging stage. Each coffee bean is carefully packaged in specialized packaging, helping to preserve its freshness and flavor until it reaches the consumer. Thanks to the strict packaging process, the coffee beans from the farm always retain their essence and quality, bringing a great experience to connoisseurs anywhere in the world. If you are a coffee lover, the Fazenda Santa Ynez farm is definitely a memorable destination that you cannot miss. Here, you will have the opportunity to experience firsthand the coffee production process from the first steps, such as harvesting, processing, to the delicate roasting process. Each stage gives you an insight into the effort and technique behind each coffee bean that we love. This tour is not only a journey of enjoyment, but also an opportunity to discover the passion and dedication of the farmers, engineers, and coffee roasters here. Coming to the farm, you will enjoy each cup of coffee with a unique, rich Brazilian flavor, along with interesting stories about the art of coffee production. It will be a memorable experience, bringing a better understanding and appreciation for each cup of coffee that you enjoy every day. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's special program, where we will explore the elaborate and interesting journey of apples harvested to produce billions of liters of cider in the United States. This is a process that is not simply planting and harvesting, but a journey that lasts a whole year, with meticulous care from farmers down to the smallest details. Throughout this journey, we will learn about the important steps from planting, caring, harvesting to pressing and fermenting. Each step contributes to creating a delicious, rich drink that many people love. Let's explore each step of this fascinating process. In the spring, as the weather begins to warm up, farmers are busy preparing the land for planting young apple trees. Rows of trees are arranged neatly, stretching straight across the vast fields, creating a majestic and hopeful scene for a successful harvest. Seedlings are carefully selected, ensuring that each tree has the ability to grow strongly and produce the best quality fruit. Soil and climate are two indispensable factors in determining the success of an apple season. The soil must be rich in nutrients, well drained, and the environment must be moist enough for the trees to grow quickly. Starting from this planting stage, apple farms are carefully tended, ready for a long journey to create delicious, fresh apples for the upcoming bumper crop. After planting, apple trees need special care to grow healthily. Farmers must monitor them closely and fertilize them properly to ensure that they are always provided with adequate nutrients. Pruning helps the trees to have better foliage, creating conditions for the apple clusters to grow to quality. At the same time, they must deal with pests and insects, ensuring that the trees are always watered properly, especially in the first months. This careful care process is the foundation for apple trees to produce sweet and high-quality fruit. As spring approaches, apple trees begin to bloom. This is a crucial time. Thanks to the participation of hard-working bees, pollination occurs naturally, allowing each flower to turn into an apple. The importance of bees in pollinating apple trees cannot be overstated, because without their participation, the harvest would never reach the desired scale. When autumn comes, the apple fields are at their most beautiful, when each tree is laden with ripe, plump, and brightly colored fruit. From afar, the entire apple orchard seems to be covered in a layer of red, orange, and green leaves, creating a spectacular and vibrant scene. The farmers begin the harvest with absolute care. Each apple is picked and placed in a basket, gently to avoid any bruising that could affect the quality. The harvesting process requires not only technique, but also patience and dexterity. They have to carefully check each fruit, choosing the ones that are at the most perfect ripeness, because this is the important factor that ensures the flavor of the cider. The selected apples must not only be plump and naturally sweet, but also retain their freshness even after harvest. Farmers always cherish each apple because they understand that each fruit plays a role in creating a batch of high-quality cider. It is the meticulousness and dedication in each step of this harvest that contributes to the success of the entire crop and the distinctive quality of every last drop of cider. After being harvested, the apples are transported to the factory and undergo a thorough cleaning process to remove dirt and impurities. Once ready, the apples are put into large presses, where each apple is crushed to create a pure juice with a sweet taste mixed with a bit of natural acidity. Each stream of delicious apple juice flows out, and this is the precious ingredient to create batches of rich cider, promising to bring a great experience to the connoisseur. The next step is fermentation, an essential stage in turning apple juice into cider. Under strictly controlled temperatures and in an anaerobic environment, naturally occurring bacteria ferment the juice, creating the alcohol and flavor that characterizes cider. This process can take anywhere from a few weeks to a few months, and the farmer's patience is rewarded with a delicious and quality final product. After fermentation, the cider is ready to be harvested again. Each barrel of fragrant wine is poured, filtered, and bottled for consumption. This is the moment that all the previous steps have been leading up to, the final product, carrying the sweet taste of the hard work. So the journey of an apple from germination to becoming part of the fragrant cider has ended. Each season is a challenge, but also a source of pride for the farmers who have spent the whole year caring for, protecting, and cherishing each apple to create a drink full of natural flavors. Thank you for watching today's special program. Hopefully, through this journey, we will appreciate every drop of cider, as well as the tireless efforts of farmers on apple farms across the United States. Goodbye, and see you again in the next programs.